Welcome to your daily focus for May the 13th, 2019. 13th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So today is a 12 energy, which we will break down to the 12. 1 plus 2 is a 3 energy. And that's our energy of the year. So it's a very strong and potent day. I can say that right off the go. So we might be looking at more of the hangman kind of energy, where we need to maybe pull back, just be in the moment. Looking at where we need to end a struggle or accept what is in our life. So it's about a pause, but it does go into the Empress energy. So we see then where we can actually step into the new beginnings, where we can create, where we can become curious again, adventurous. We have the sun in Taurus. We have the moon in Virgo. Our first card is the Three of Wands. We need to hit the pause button at least the beginning of the day here. We are thinking through different decisions, choices. We could have multiple paths come our way today, and we have to weigh out the situation. Pause, reflect in some way. So we stand here on the shore. And I always see that water as our path forward. And we are looking and imagining what can be, how it will play out, what we need, who we need, why we want to go in this direction. What are some of the pitfalls? And then we'll move over to the second wand and we will do essentially the same thing, but it'll be something a little bit different, or it could be as much as a complete fork in the road for you and really changing lanes in your life. We have the third wand off to the end, and I think we come to some conclusions here. For the longest time, I kind of got that was like a third avenue in which to travel, but I'm getting it more that we understand a little bit more of where we truly want to go, where we want to put our focus, where we want to put our energy. So there's some kind of clarity that can come in today if we take it back a step, if we use the 12 energy, the 12 energy of the hangman, and just pause and see where we might need to let go of control or surrender to something or end some kind of struggle. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's a behavior. Taking time to reflect, though. Taking time to just be. Not allowing our ego to interrupt us in our thoughts. We have judgment. So judgment is about getting off the fence. Judgment can allow rewards to come in. So judgment can often say if you have been working hard at something and you haven't really seen any kind of results, any kind of tangible evidence that you have been working this hard, now is the time that you would. Now it is in detriment. So there might be a decision that needs to be made today where we hesitate. We don't want to make the decision. We try and put our focus or our energy or our time or our resources in another direction so that we don't have to look in that direction, that we don't have to come to some kind of final conclusion. And the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. I love the Page of Wands because this is about dreaming. This is about passion. This is about desire. This is about wiping the slate clean and going in a new direction. Creating something. Making something tangible. So by day's end, I think we have a clear, maybe a clear understanding, but more so, we start to take off the blinders. We start to see where we can truly move forward. We feel an empowerment, a confidence, and also there's this feeling of being a little humble in it all. So maybe you have been feeling like you've been getting the raw end of the stick, and Is that a saying? And all of a sudden it starts to come together for you. It starts to make sense. It starts to have clarity. It starts to allow you to take a deep breath and uh, tap into some kind of inner confidence, or maybe our inner warrior, and knowing what we have to do and feeling that we can do it. So there's this confidence or a courage that can bubble up within us today. But we need to look at some of the decisions we need to make in our life, some of the paths that we want to take in our life, where we want to put our energy and our focus and our time, where we might be doing that and where we're not doing that. What needs to change, what needs to be adjusted, what it could be a habit, it could be a behavior, it could be the environment you're allowing yourself to be put in, or where you're putting yourself in an environment. And so by thinking these things through, I think throughout the day you want to think these things through so that the clarity comes in, the intensity comes in. So there could be, judgments in the middle here. There could be some kind of unique experience happen to you today to allow you to make a decision on moving forward in a certain way. So pay attention to your surroundings, what's happening to you, why you are dealing with a certain thing. And it could be a challenge. It could be something very wonderful as well. Very young energy on each side of the judgment card with the 3 and the page. And the 3 of Wands, and it is a 3 energy day, so let's not forget that. It is about opening up our curiosity. It is about taking the blinders off. It is about seeing a way forward that might be different, unique, original. But by day's end, we tap into a greater empowerment within ourselves. We feel stronger, more confident, more willing to take a risk on ourselves. So don't be too fast to make a decision today, especially with the 3 of Wands being our first card. We really want to mull the situations over, the events over, the circumstances over. Really understand what we are saying yes to and what we are saying no to. And do we want to say yes and no to those things? Don't let ego decide for you. Let your heart lead you, your passion, your sage wisdom, your intuition. Gratitude and appreciation, 46. Gratitude and appreciation. Where's our book? Did I put the cards on top of it? I did. Opened right up to the page. Recognize the good qualities in others. Openly share your gratitude with them. Write notes of thanks to those who have helped you. If someone deserves acknowledgement, take the time to let a superior or colleague know so that they receive the recognition they deserve. Nature is continually sharing its beauty for us to appreciate. Beholding a rainbow is a gift. And when we encounter a rainbow's beauty, it is the perfect time to be grateful for all the gifts in our life. It's important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness. I did get that little bit of humble feeling in there, right? With the Page of Wands. So this is emphasizing that humble feeling. That knowing that you are blessed. That you have things to be grateful for, thankful for. Things that bring in balance, security, love already in your life. And this may be very well people. And it's about acknowledging and saying thank you. Thank you for your kindness, your help, your support, your love, your generosity, your service. It is important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness that can bring joy to someone else's life. By doing so, you will not only decrease your stress, but you will generate the feeling of goodwill and love in your life and in theirs. Absolutely. So it's like a chain reaction, and a beautiful positive chain reaction. Because when you give a compliment, a sincere compliment to another, and you watch their face light up or their eyes tear, it raises your energy. And now you go along your way with that raised energy, and you brighten another person in some way. They go on to brighten other people. And you never know what that one sentence can do to change the course of somebody's life. Something very small to you might be the biggest thing ever. They say many suicides could be diverted just by somebody making eye contact with that person and saying hi. To just acknowledge them, that they are there, that they exist, that they matter. So it's about showing gratitude and appreciation today, which will raise your energy, raise your vibration. We'll see what our animals have to say. I'm sorry I wasn't here this weekend. I've been feeling ill. I still feel ill. Blessings, yeah. It's all about gratitude. I got that humility, that feeling of being humbled or being humbled in some way. So don't let ego rule the day. This is not a day for the ego to say, well, I want this because they have that. And that commercial says, I'll be happier if I have that. This is what everybody else has, so I need to fit in. I need to, change from that round peg into that square peg. Blessings appear. I think blessings is quite short with our turkey. Blessings, gratitude, and thanks. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. It's a perfect opportunity to create peace within your soul so that the gratitude is pure and there is forgiveness from the past by looking at the now and creating the future. Begin a new tradition. Maybe create a gratitude tree. Write down a few things that you are grateful for each day and to hang it on the tree as a reminder. Go around your dinner table and express thanks, not just on Thanksgiving. Create a gratitude journal. Whatever way you want to express your gratitude to spotlight your blessings, do it so that there is a constant reminder around you, so that you can see that you are blessed even when you feel otherwise. Even when you feel otherwise. And this popped into my head, and this happened many, many years ago, because my dad has passed 16 years now, although it feels like yesterday, 16 years ago. And I remember my mother and we were leaving a place, and there was a woman there, and she was very emotional, very upset. And my mother went over to her and said, "What's the matter?" And she says, her husband had passed. And she just couldn't, she had so much grief that he was gone. He was not part of her life. And my mother, in so many words, said, no, you need to cherish every moment you were allowed to have with that person. So sometimes we look at the cup half empty when we need to see the half full. And don't let those little things tear us away from the love and the gratitude, the compassion, the support, the empathy we have for each other. And today is the day to say it out loud. And it raises our energy in some way. Maybe it allows us to finally attach with our truest essence and make that decision for ourselves on a new path, on a different way forward, believing in ourselves, knowing that we are strong, that we are competent, that we are capable. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.